Alright, hello. Ooh, audio's on really loud. Okay. Hello everyone. I hope that you can see the chat. Hold on a sec. I'm just trying to figure out where the chat went. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see. We'll do this. This looks good. Alright, hopefully the audio levels are good. Let me know if you can't hear me. Today we are not doing video, because I wanted to optimize for the buddy or like chat list and everything. So actually the frame. You want to make sure this looks nice and pretty. Cool. Yay.
So DJ.
Yes.
What are we streaming today?
Yeah, so first I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the games that we have worked on, and then I would like to do a little bit of work in Live2D, which I will explain. It is an animation program that I recently have been kind of into, and we're going to make a sprite in Live2D. So, for those of you who are just joining us and you don't know who we are, my name is CJ.
My name's Mabbies.
And we are Studio Terra Nova. We're an cooperative indie game studio based out of Tokyo, Japan. Apologies. And we've worked on many like queer narrative games, and yeah, it's fun. I like the work that we do. So you can find us online at Illumines at .itch.io. You can also go to we have some games on Steam. The games that we have on Steam so far are Terra Nova and Help I've Been Cursed with a Bubble Butt. And today we're going to be showcasing a game that we have had on itch for a while, and we want to publish it to Steam. So it is a Pico 8 game. I think that Pico 8 is a really cool and interesting engine and doesn't get enough love, but the community is really wonderful and strong, so I'm happy that we've had such a great opportunity to kind of mess around in Pico 8 and meet the Pico 8 community. Yeah. Also, as a side note, I'm going to be running something called Pico Jam. Actually, in a month here, I got to send out emails, but on August 15th and 16th, I want to say.
Right. August 15th, 16th.
Yes.
At Pico Pico Cafe.
At Pico Pico Cafe. So I will be getting in touch with people about that soon/shortly. I actually need to go talk to Pico Pico Cafe for other unrelated reasons. Anyway. So, all that to say, it's a cool little... it's a cool kind of like 8-pixel or 8-bit, thank you. It's an 8-bit. It's an 8-bit, primarily pixel art game engine, and like the amount of like really cool games on it is really cool, like really neat, and we're happy to add ours to the mix. And so, first, I just wanted to talk about like why we made this game. So this game is called Revolutionary Girls. It is one sub-game in a larger game arcade called Tomodachi 8-in-1.
Yeah.
And we made Tomodachi 8-in-1 kind of as a series of small projects that were exploring the early 2000s, late 90s kind of nostalgia. These games were games that we kind of wanted to put into the first game that we published, which was Terra Nova. We didn't have time to do it, so these are little like small game sketches that turned into their own games. So it has been really fun to work together with Mabbies on this.
We've been, the last stream, working on some pixel art for one of the newer installments in Tomodachi 8-1. Today we want to show off the first chapter that we wrote.
Yes.
First sub-game.
Yep. And you don't necessarily need to have played Terra Nova in order to play this game, although I think that this narrative game is much more meaningful if you do play Terra Nova, and I won't give any spoilers as to why. Alright, shall we get started?
Let's do.
Okay. So we're pressing X and Z on our keyboard for navigating. It's December 31st, 2008. And this is our chat with our friend Moncherry89. Hi. Hello, pretty lady. Love the AAM chat messages. Hello, pretty lady. Get out of here, you flirt. How are you? Bored. Well, turn that frown upside down, because I got a present for you. Go outside and check your mailbox. Post office said it was delivered today. Hmm? Hmm? That's an upside down, sideways face. Lol. Okay, hold on. Currently checking. Is this a mixtape? I've been meaning to give it to you for a while now. Let's see, we can choose either. It has a lot of old songs from our teens, or I Hope You Like Linkin Park. Obviously, I hope you like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Do I? An arrow straight to my teenage heart. This is gonna simultaneously make me cringe and cry. Thank you. It feels like ages ago, though. It's only been 4 years. I guess we're still kinda teens, huh? Speak for yourself, I'm 20. I'm older than you. How are things in New York? You over at Gabby's? Nah, we broke up a few months ago. Aw man, I'm sorry. It wasn't anything dramatic. Just, she wanted to keep the I'm dating a woman thing under wraps. After a year and a half, it was like, yeah, I can't be the girlfriend on campus and the best friend everywhere else. I get where she's coming from, though. Sometimes it feels like it's safer to pretend forever. But we're better than we were before, actually. Now that I don't have to worry about her family. What about you? Since I moved to Philly, things have been... Oh. Whoops.
What's that?
A lot easier. Got stable housing, finally, and currently working on finishing high school. I know a lot about Jesus, but sadly, he's not covered on the GED. Lol. I don't know whether to laugh or cry when you say things like that. Laughing is what got me through the shittiest times, and I'll continue laughing all the way to hell. I want you to know that I never gave up on you. You called me a cockroach, remember? I did? Unkillable. That's what I am. But thank you for saying so. It warms my little buggy heart. But outside of getting stable, haven't had time to focus on my love life. Picked up some cute girls at the bar last weekend. They love a dangerous looking daikon. Oh no, what will you do to me? Lol. Don't give me impure thoughts. Cherry, our entire relationship is built on us enabling pure thoughts. God, it so is. You'll find someone, I know it. I already have someone in mind, but she's pretty dense, so I'm not holding out hope.
You're gonna be dense or not?
No,
What do you think?
I'm not gonna be dense.
Okay.
Wait, you mean me? Of course I mean you, you idiot. It's been ages since we first dated. Yeah, 4 years. I know. But we're different people now, you know? We're a lot more us than we were before. And, I don't know, maybe it'd be fun? You and I. You and I. Hey Cherry, I have a crazy idea. Yeah? Definitely gonna go fill up. What if I drove to Philadelphia tonight? Here? It's like 2 hours away. If I leave now, I can probably make it before midnight. You're crazy. I mean, I like it, but seriously, girl, where are you gonna stay? You're not driving back with drunks on the road. Well... I'd sleep with you. Oh yeah, that is definitely the uwu face.
Yep.
Are you being serious? If you get in my bed, I might not let you leave, haha. Fine by me. What do you think, Jerry? We've changed a lot. You've seen me at my absolute worst, so I can say with confidence it only gets better from here. Haha, right back at you. Then I'll see you soon, crazy girl. Less than 3. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's! Oh. Hey. Is it okay? Yeah. It's everything I've ever wanted. Yay! So, that is our little narrative game, Revolutionary Girls, and it's a really fun, short playtime. It also has... I just realized that I just opened this cart, so we don't have a switcher.
I see. Well, if you want to play the other chapters, you can find them on itch.
Yes. I will pull up our itch.io. There we go. So you can see that this is the entire series. We have all of these finished, and we're currently working on the last 2 in the 8-in-1 game.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
There are 3 games out of this that you can play for free, and then Infrared and Shall We Dance, and one of the retro rewinds is for an extra $3 you can have the whole set. So it features really fun, cute animations like this. There's narrative games, there's dress-up games, there are mixtape games where you can listen to cool songs that Nabby's composed.
Yeah.
So there's really something for everyone in it. It's really cool and just a really nice slice of early 2000s life. Anything else you wanted to add, Nabbies?
I don't know. I think that's it.
Cool. All right. So I will drop that in the chat here. You can check us out there. We always appreciate your support, and I've just been overwhelmed with how many people have supported us throughout the years that we've been making games together. So
If you make a cool Halloween costume, share it with us.
yes, please. Actually, that's a fun. We have spooky styling up for free, and what you can do is you can share your creations. It's really fun. So we have lots of really cute girls that you can make. Very adorable. Ah, the Oni princess. So yeah. What else? So yeah, you can play spooky styling for free just to give you an idea of the kinds of stuff that we make. So last week we participated in Studio Terranova participated in a non-binary coded Steam sale, and thank you so much to the 52 people who purchased Help I've Been Cursed with a Bubble Butt. The announcement that we were making during the fest is that we are doing a DLC, and in the DLC I've been wanting to experiment with Live2D, which allows you to animate things. So oh, actually, yeah, okay. So I think if you haven't seen this before, Live2D is a animation software that allows you to animate 2D creatures and things. I was trying to see if there was any like. Ah, there we go. You can kind of see it. Wow, that's really intense, though. Look at that. There's 20% off. But a lot, like, there are a lot of games and stuff that use Live2D. Just trying to see if there was any, like... Can you see some of this stuff? Photoshop scripts. Oh, that's cool. Oh man. Do they not really have like a sample of... Okay, yeah. They have like sample models and stuff like that. Of course they have Hatsune Miku. But basically it's a 2D, it takes 2D illustrations and allows you to animate it, twist and warp the illustrations so that it can be animated in 3D, or it looks kind of 3D-esque. I would call it like 2.5D. it's used a lot in like anime and visual novel and stuff. So, what I would like to do today is I have some time ago. There we go. So, some time ago, I was looking through the documentation of Live2D, and now twice I've done rigging for animations in Live2D. So, I have been really interested in this and like just made really small model. I guess you would call them just like prototypes. And so I'd like to try to use them a little bit in Bubblebutt to see the next like DLC version of Bubblebutt, and just to like mess around and see if it's fun and interesting. I use Procreate, so the good thing about Procreate is it can export into PSD format, so I don't really have to worry about having Photoshop or having to mess around with Photoshop. Even though it is optimized for Photoshop, I can make stuff in Procreate and it's fine. Look at this. Live2D Juku. Amazing. I am going to be looking at the manual. Tutorial illustration processing. It would be super awesome if this was not all in video, because I don't want to do video on video, but okay, no, that's good. Right. Okay, so there's a lot of really good documentation. So basically what we need to do is we need to figure out what kind of stuff we're going to be animating, and that is the purpose of today's session. Is we're going to figure out what we're going to animate, and then also split stuff into parts. And by parts I mean something that's on a separate layer. Oh, it's okay, Kata. Don't worry about it. You're very sweet. So, anything that is animated or is going to be like warped independently of each of the pieces should be split into a part. So, for instance, if we want to animate this girl's pigtails independently of this front hair part, then we probably want to split her pigtails into two separate layers, and then have the top part of her head as the top part of her hair as the as this top part of the layer. Yes, this is the part that really killed me, is separating the eyelashes, eyeballs, and whites of eyes. Eyebrows and nose, I guess depending on... Yeah, so this is how you would want to have each of these, is each on their own layer. And you can see it's outlined here. Alright, so we have the neck. This is interesting too, like, it really goes to show you that animators are thinking really deeply about what parts they want to animate and what parts they don't want to animate, which gives a lot of, like, makes me think really hard about the fact that a lot of anime girls' chests are animated and the rest is not. Like that was a design decision they had to make.
Yep.
All right, you have to animate the arms separately from each other, so the top part of the arm versus the forearm and the hand also need to be on separate layers. The last time that I did this from as a prototype, it was pretty easy to get from Procreate into PSD, and then if you have a PSD file, it'll auto-process in Live2D, so that's nice. You can use Photoshop too, but a lot of the popular, like Affinity Photo and also Procreate export into PSD, so it's quite easy. Okie dokie. So now that we have like read through this documentation, this is also kind of like a quick cheat sheet of like what should be separated from each other, and this is like fully rigged, fully animated model. We may not, I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that level of like intensity, but we're going to keep this, I'm pulling this to the side so that you can't see it, but I am going to be working on this as a reference. So, was asked, this is also what VTubers use. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
It is, you can have a 3D avatar. There are some VTubers that use 3D avatars, and there are some VTubers that utilize like 2D. And in fact, the reason why oh yeah, thanks. We're gonna send the link to the documentation in the chat too. The reason why I first got into this is I thought to myself, oh, I could make my own avatar. Granted, I've been on stream like as my personal self for a while now, but I think it'd be fun to make a little avatar.
Yeah.
Especially because, here, I'll show you. Especially because I made myself as like a .hack avatar, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cute.
Very good.
I love it very much, and it would be really fun for me to make this into like an actual avatar that I could use online.
Yep.
It basically looks like me, but with trans hair.
Very good, yeah.
But yeah, I'm really into the .hack vibes, and if I want to go like full, this is from a. I'm not going to tell you what this illustration is for. Actually, it's made for a purpose, but I am going to be doing some really cool things with this illustration, and you don't get to learn about that until later. Another thing I wanted to mention is that because I like working in RenPy, I have made I like working in screen printing and I like working in RenPy, so I actually have my screen printing set up in CMYK here in my options. Can you even see that? No, you can't. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Exit full screen. Oh, where did you go? There we go. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna go full screen back again, but this is for screen printing, and then also I have RenPy X1, RenPy X2, and RenPy sprites. The X1 is for just like standard scene making, and RenPy X2 is for scene making that I think is going to be very detailed, and I need to get into details, and I want to shrink the format down to about like 50%. So if I have like a really detailed illustration, I can work really big and then shrink it down if I want to. To be honest, I tried working in X2 for a while, and like I realized the backgrounds that I do are like not that detailed, so X1 was fine. It wasn't a big deal.
They're good.
But highly recommend getting the presets for looking up what
the presets for RenPy.
Yeah, the presets for RenPy sprites are, because like on average this is about as high, like long and high as RenPy sprites are, and these are actually also 2x, so that I can get in good details without necessarily, So even if we have stuff that's like, I have to be very careful about not making stuff that's too detailed for this, because if I make it too detailed, then it's going to show up as like really, really small in the RenPy sprite. Okay, now that I have shown you my workplace setup, we're going to get back into it. Okay. Wow. Pretty sure the main character is usually facing this way, so it's... I think one thing that we could do is we could make them full on, okay, we're talking about the posing for this, so let's start here. Normal person's butt would be like this, but bubble butt person, I guess we have to make them a flat butt too. Guess the butt has to be really big. I'm gonna mess around with some of the poses too.
Would you strongly recommend that the butt gets its own layer?
Oh, obviously, yes. Kind of wanted to do one where they were like looking back behind themselves, like. Kind of this like pinup model pose.
Very good.
Very silly butts. The other thing that I have to like remind myself about Renpai is that there's always going to be like a dialogue box somewhere here. So
Right, yeah.
don't draw your main focal point too low. And so this is the level of torque I want in the body. So we're just gonna have to make it so. I may even want to make this bigger. God, this is such an Escher Girls position.
Sure is. Your non-binaries.
Yes. Okay. How big is this bud? Yeah. I tend to draw poses while I'm thinking about them, like, as in, like, is this gonna work? And I thought to myself, alright, probably having, like, I could do something like this where the butt was pointing out. That would be fun. This was the original one that I was trying to like. Oh, actually, maybe from the front. It's not bad.
CJ, I'm gonna have to request that somehow in this DLC you try to work in the Coppertone swimsuit model pinup pose.
Oh, nice, yes. Okay, I think what I'm going to try to do, I was trying to make this too complicated, and I think...
Yeah. I understand the Live2D rigging process is usually kind of an iterative thing where you start with a really neutral pose.
Yeah.
Start with a really neutral thing, try to pose it in Live2D and realize that some of the poses that you're going to try to make using the rig that you have are going to need new variations and new layers.
Right, exactly. So let's...
But that's alright.
Start with... Start with head. The butt has to be like more unrealistic than that.
But of course, but of course.
This is not a thigh gap. The idea is that the character's thighs are together.
There you go. I was gonna say, if you got a butt that big, you don't need a thigh gap.
No, it's not realistic. Right click. On the here. That's right. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Failed latitude.
Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna go back to the material separation. Basically, now I'm gonna that was a rough sketch. Now we're gonna go in and
I'll try not to dwell on it or be too salty, but I think Twitch has a bot spam problem, and the platform itself really needs to do more about it.
is that
Instead of just leaving it to people to moderate their own channels and have to deal with spam.
oh, I see. Yeah, we get at least one spammer per per stream, I think. It's wild to see Bubble Butt, who has a canonical name. That's okay. Nobody knows them by any other name but Bubble Butt.
Yeah.
Alright, so thank you, Kata. We'll see you later. Have a good day. Aww. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Kata.
I erased the top of the head. It's so funny because this was for a Game Jam game. I don't think like Jaren or I thought like super deeply about Naoto's hair that much, and so like now we're trying to do it in like more detail, and we're like, oh, yeah, I guess. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
One of the things that's like interesting about refining sketches is like I used to believe that if I had the undersketch like just like roughly filled out that I knew exactly what to draw on top of it, and now I'm like I don't though. Actually looks pretty good.
I like it. Yeah. You gotta bring their right shoulder, which is on the left side of the drawing right now. You need to bring that out a little bit.
Hold on. This shoulder, right?
The other shoulder.
Okay. You said the left shoulder, which is on the right-hand side of the drawing.
I said the right shoulder, which is on the left side.
Oh, sorry.
Or at least that's what I meant to say, so that's the shoulder. Anyway.
Processing.
Yeah.
There we go. Basically, like, not to kind of figuring out where we're gonna cut these. Don't read too much into it. Now, unlike other drawing things, we actually do have to draw everything, so if this is covering up,
Yes.
you know, their bubble butt,
to
we still have to draw that.
hide the top layers and still draw the bottom ones so they can be part of the rig.
Right, it's shifted over here, so. What does their silhouette look like? It has to be like at least a little bit of a cheek here, right? Maybe there's not a cheek.
You could add it. I don't know. Very fantasy anatomy here, so.
Sure. I think the butt needs to be bigger. Right, because, like, okay. Just thinking about how the butt actually attaches to the body. So here's the other butt, right? There's the other butt cheek. So it would look like this. Probably. Things I never thought I would say on the stream. I remember when I was first drawing and I used to get really embarrassed drawing butts. No more, but still.
Gonna have to get over that one for this game for sure.
Yeah, of course. I feel like essentially what I'm doing right now is like the equivalent of Vanillaware putting like really big women in their game with like really big boobs.
Yeah.
Where like, it's weird that that character has that, and it's like...
Vanillaware's got some great fantasy anatomy.
Yeah. I knew eventually I was going to... I knew I was eventually going to go this route because I've always been a fan of like Vanillaware and Hyuntae Kim, and like all of them are really like wild.
Yeah.
Magna Cartas. Yeah, so really just, I think this one's probably the most indicative of like,
There you go.
fully foreshortening Batman. The game was, by the way, bad.
Alright. This is some Magna Carta. We got
but
lots of
the
Escher
character-
going on.
the character design and the battle system was actually pretty good. The
Yeah.
story was not great. Which is, it's a bummer, but like, gosh, I sure love... I wonder what its review is. Do you know what its review is on... Because what they should have done is they should not have made this a 3D game. They should have made this a 2D, like, visual novel type game, and then, like, animated Hyuntae Kim's stuff, because...
Yep.
Borderline unplayable. Perfect.
Borderline unplayable.
Hold on.
All right.
It's on
that's
Reddit.
the,
How's Magna Carta Tears of Blood? It's borderline unplayable.
Oof.
Magna Carta is more interesting than good, per se.
But it did get a sequel.
Yes. Only to... Yeah, I think that... yeah, music is good. The combat system I think is novel and unique. But yes, it is. It's pretty rough. I feel like it's best to be inspired by Magna Carta, but do not try to recreate it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna draw our stuff.
Yeah, I think you got a good sketch going. Making some rigging layers.
Put the clothes back on.
Okay, I just hate it when I'm trying to wear clothes and they become displaced.
Yeah. And then you have to use the move tool
Yeah.
to put it back on. I think I liked them better when they were flipped around because, not to say that but it's more like they're pointed in the right way. Because they're supposed to be facing this way. Jaren was pretty brilliant in doing the like pants design this way because it really outlines the butt.
Yeah.
Killing me. Oh my god, they look like, well, okay.
Maybe a little higher. Yeah.
That's looking pretty good.
Yep.
Alright, so first what we're gonna do is, I think we're first gonna draw them like this, and then draw the jacket on top of them because I want a version of them that doesn't have a jacket versus having a jacket.
Alright. Yeah.
Previously we used the studio pen for this, so we're going for it again. I'm not going to switch around them. Separation. We want the eyelashes to be on a separate layer. Maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Woo.
much snapping for this part. It's probably not helping you that much.
Magnetics. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's because they're all colored in that I'm like, looks a little scary.
You start getting some more color on the face, it'll look like it belongs.
Yeah. Oh, we might need to make the ears on a separate layer, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
It very much depends on how much animation you plan to do.
Yeah, well, if we want to turn the head, the ears are critical to that.
That's true. I guess having the ears on a separate layer makes it easier to stack things on top or behind them.
Carefully cut out this ear. We'll look into that. Adding the ear back. Ears. next thing we need is here. Oh, we just want the front part and maybe these like top two, front part, back part, and maybe these top two guys.
Yeah.
Possible I might attach this like back part of the hair to the oh, but I need to layer it with the ears. So layer. This is starting to look more like the protagonist of Shimigami Tensei.
Yeah. A little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog there.
Oh, I guess with the green eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. But now when you're layering stuff, you can easily see what is layering and what is not. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to take some time. It's nice to pause. Spin that around. Oh no, they're upside down now. I'm going to take some time to name stuff. Pretty soon. Oh. One of the other things that is important about naming your layers is that when you export them to PSD, if you export them to PSD and then import them into Live2D, it actually will keep the names of your layers. And so if you want to make sure that you're,
a lot easier to set up the rig.
Oh, so much easier, yeah. With regular sketches and stuff, I don't really think about Alright, I think that's what we're going to do, is turn those off and then continue sketching on these until we have the full thing. Okay, I think we've rigged a head, and the rest is the body and such, but I think we've decided on a pose, we've figured out, where we're gonna, how we're going to, put them together. I am probably going to, segment this part and this part, so that the character can do stuff like this, where they're putting their hand up against their face or something like that. Because just from this kind of simple pose, you can get a lot of stuff. I will probably not be animating the legs much. Obviously the butt is on its own layer for reasons, but I definitely want this kind of yeah, or this vibe, or so yeah, I'm gonna do that, and we will get back into it. So next stream is gonna be 10 a.m. JST on the 29th, and it's gonna be a special stream because it's gonna be my birthday stream.
Yeah.
I am still thinking about ideas. Part of me was thinking of doing some request sketches, but if there's nobody in the chat, then that will be difficult to do request sketches. I know a lot of people catch this on VOD rather than live, so I'm trying to think of something fun and silly for me to do. Could play a drawing game, or I could go through some of my old art and resketch my OCs. That might be a fun one. So I'm just thinking about it, and I will announce that sometime next week. So if you would like to join me for my birthday stream, like I said, 10 a.m. JST, I think it's going to be evening time Tuesday, so people in the US time zones can join. Folks on Asia time zones, it's sort of a midday thing. I will probably be streaming, hopefully I'll be streaming 2 hours or so hopefully you can catch me for lunch as well. So I think that is it. And if you're what, CJ, what is this character with the bubble butt? I don't know any about the stuff that you make. Ha! Love that, this is the game. It is a very silly game. about butts and loving yourself. It currently only has 15 reviews. If you would be so kind as to give it a positive review, if it made you laugh in any way, shape, or form, that would be awesome. I will link it here in the chat for everybody. We always exist off of good reviews and everything. It helps us reach more people, so I appreciate it. I think that's it. Is there anything else you wanted to...
Thank you all for tuning in. You can also support us at coffee.com/Illumines.
Yep. We have a subscribers tier. It gets you like a little yellow badge in the Discord. It's very cute. I'm currently in the midst of thinking up like new tiers. I know that's been in progress for a while now, but I'm thinking, you know, if folks like the sketches, I can do monthly sketches or something like that. That would be fun for everyone. I just want to make sure that I am practicing what I preach and not putting something up that I can't actually deliver. So that's part of the reason why I'm being very careful about what I promise, because I want to be honest and a good. Want to be honest, and I want to be good to our followers and fans. Yeah. All right, take care, y'all. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same place, but also more birthday. All right, take care, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.